Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Ritual League 3.13. In this episode, I want to go over how to unlock this broken passive tree. Now, if you guys weren't aware, there's actually a 9th passive skill tree on the Atlas. And so you don't know about this when you first join the game, and you don't know about this when you're mapping. You don't know about this all the way up to like Awakener 6. There's no way it doesn't tell you. Up until you finally fight these things. So you don't even know about this because you can't hover it because it's not here until you do one of these. So what you have to do is kill some of these bosses. So it wants you to fight the boss of the Lair of the Hydra, Maze of the Minotaur, Forge of the Phoenix, Pit of the Chimera. But I'll simplify it for you because this is made easy, right? So basically, you see on the left, there's the 5 different invitations. Those are invitations. This is Maven. This is part of the new Echoes of the Atlas 3.13 expansion. So those invitations are the actual thing that you fight after. That's like the goal. You're gonna have 5 of these, and they're 5 big boss fights of fighting the Hydra, the Minotaur, the Phoenix, and the Chimera at the same time, all 4 in an invitation. And so you unlock the invitation by fighting the 4 bosses, killing them, and then by killing the 4 bosses, you have a chance to drop the invitation. You'll most likely drop it within the 4 bosses so that you can run it yourself. And when you've killed the 4 boss and you have the invitation, you can alch it, but I recommend not alching. It's really hard, and you should just go for a normal white map for the beginning. And so you would pick the one that you think is the easiest of these 5. And so out of the 5, I started with the Purifier, Constrictor, the Enslaver, the Eradicator. You only have to do 1 to start this thing, because when you do one of these fights, the 4-way fights, you're going to unlock 2 points for this 9th passive tree, the broken OP passive tree called the Uncharted Realms. And why is this broken? Well, it's been made very clear that it has +1 to awakening level. So on day 5, I have awakening level 9. GG. That's completely insane. Along with, in these boss fights, you'll get, in these boss encounters, when you do the 4-way invitations, you're going to be getting these special watchstones, platinum, chromium watchstones for the different areas. I recommend chromium because you can roll, I think it's a 1% chance for exalted orbs to drop tripled. It sounds really fucking insane, and I could imagine having 4 of those, and then you run, so I'm gonna have some guides coming up, but either way, to unlock this, all it takes is the invitation that you desire to run, and then you go for the 4 bosses, and you can get the invitation. It's funny, getting the invitation early and holding on to it, it doesn't actually help you that much to keep track of the bosses. So I would highly recommend keeping track of the bosses, because you won't have this thing telling you which ones you've done until you do your first invitation. So that's the part that's really silly. It doesn't tell you how to unlock this passive tree. It's secret, and you don't know how to even do these invitations because it doesn't tell you. Which then it doesn't even tell you which ones you've done. It doesn't keep track of them until you've done the first invitation. It's kind of weird. So my thing was that they should have made this as you know how there's that person who follows us around in the maps. The maven thing. That thing could, the envoy. That thing could have told us that we could get this 9th special passive tree, and all we had to do, and maybe give us a quest for it to do one of these invitations, and then once we've done the first invitation, we're on our own. Just a little helpful thing to let us know that this was, I guess that's what content creators are for, and well, here we are, and now we can share it with everybody and make it simple. This feels like unlocking the horticrafting. It was just a misstep, and it's part of the super endgame, so it's acceptable, because you would expect that the things that got play tested the most are the beginning stuff, ritual, early mapping, early questing, the campaign played probably a shit ton compared to endgame mapping, where they can affect this later because people won't get to this point of the game for like a week minimum, except for like the people who, the 1% or whatever, who go super try hard and play 24/7. Yeah. So I think overall it's perfectly fine, and I got this video out so you guys know how to unlock this yourself. And then on top of this, you want to know what would I recommend to unlock, obviously, because this is a whole thing. I'd like to go through it. So like I said, awakening level is the like standout holy shit. You also have 25% chance on completing a map influenced by a conqueror to gain double progress, 25% faster conquerors. The awakening level, we got 3% chance on unique bosses to drop Elder and Shaper Guardian maps. This is huge. And then I got a 0.5% chance for a synthesis map drop to drop from unique bosses, T11 plus. This is insane. You could go for a 50% increased chance to drop an awakened support gem. I could especially see this helping SSF, but in trade, like, it costs a lot to get these refund points to refund this back and forth every single awakener, so I'm not really sure yet if it's worth it because the refund points are quite expensive, but maybe when they're cheaper it'll be better. And then I'm gonna go some more like of these shaper things, probably like the Guardian's Aid. You fight the Guardians and then they get allies and you get more fragments and more unique items. Sounds insane. You could also do the Elder dropping 10% Watcher's Eye. Pretty cool. And the Shaper drops 3 additional Shaper items. Like, what? Yeah, that sounds absolutely insane. I think that's core for running Shaper now, right? You wouldn't run it without that. And then even this Zana stuff, I realized, is really powerful because this is 5% chance to get Zana missions on map completion. Then we also have the additional maps in the options and double the number of map options. She just offers you a billion maps, so you're going to get god tier maps, Cortexes and shit all the goddamn time. You're going to get Guardian maps, easy 20C free fragments. And then the fragments, and then the... Dude, it's broken. It's broken. They made bossing and all these special maps so much more accessible. SSF, by the way, holy shit. But good luck being strong enough to do It's so hard. It'd be so hard. You have to get all those. SSF. Whew. Nice. This is really exciting though. And then for these watchstones, you can roll them with magic. It's a whole nother thing of like, what will be the perfect mods that I'll go for all across the entire thing, where really you just have to do region by region though, because you have these watchstones that are region based, so they say turns end and they can only be placed in turns end. So I could get 4 chromiums, put them all here, make them all the same thing, and then do some juicy thing in this area. That's my idea. So, and then you could do that to each region, specialized for whatever you're doing with your Atlas passives and the maps in the region that you favorite. That'll be coming up later, though. This was mostly just how to unlock this, and what I would recommend using, and why it's so powerful, and which of the boss fights I recommend. The Elder one is easy, then Shaper, then the Breach, and I haven't done the memory one yet. I should do the memory. It's free points, honestly. Right now I have 8, and I think I got 2 from doing the maven, maybe. I don't know. Either way, that should be super helpful for a lot of people to unlock. Is there anything? Well, I did maven, but I don't have that video ready yet because I want to get this up of how to unlock the special 9th, because I think this is really important, because that people can do this a lot earlier than I did, and I just didn't know about it, and I wish I had known. I wish I had done this, because this is huge power. This is a lot of free power if you're able to do these. And side thing, you can get carried. Somebody can carry. You can start the map for the enslaver, and then somebody can come in and kill it for you, and it counts. And then in the 4-way, same thing. You could get someone to come in with you, technically, as long as it's your map. You started it. I mean, like your map device. So that's really cool. And So the reason you would do this is for the free extra. It's like getting a boss carry for Uber Elder back in the day to get your Elder orb, so you could make a tier 16 Elder map of any map, so you can make that Elder Burial or that Elder Underground Sea or whatever. This is like that, but you get carried for a shit ton more maps, and then the end result would be power. And it's actually just free power. This is just like the Elder map thing, very powerful. And then these watchstones are also really insane, but that's a future thing. Too many things to include in one video. There's so much shit. This is just like, this is obviously the getting you into this, and then the sneak peek of what's to come. Oh my god, dude, this is a fucking insane season. We're just getting to the surface. We're just unlocking the stuff. And then it'll be about actually having fun and min-maxing it. This is just unlocking it, dude. Either way, today I'm gonna clear out the Atlas, get all my maps completed, get my Awakening bonus. That should be a lot of fun. Should print a lot of currency off that, do a bunch of Awakeners. Build's going really well. I want to make it a little more tanky, but for now I'm just gonna leave it and print some more currency. And then the tank route I'm gonna probably go is a shield. I'll show you what I went for, because why not let people know. So I went for an Archon Kite shield because it has all res as the implicit, and it has armor, pretty high armor, and I like the implicit compared to the other options. There was only like 5 options, and this is a really good one. It's free 36 res, and then I went for an item level 86, so you can roll like this. You see this roll of the +2 max all res? Yeah, you can roll that because of it being 85 or 86. I'm not sure which one, but I just went for the more extreme. There was only 2, and it was 1x, so I thought that was pretty good. And then for the beginning, I'm going to probably craft this with Harvest, and then you might ask, how are you going to craft this with Harvest? I don't know. I'm going to chaos spam it. So I'm literally, you know all those extra crafts that I always have, like all the extra attack and lightning and all this random junk. I'm just going to use them on the shield instead of the cluster jewel now. And we're just going to see what we get. And if we get life on block and like some crazy shit, socketed gems, reduced mana reserve, there's some crazy stuff you can get, right? Another thing is I could make this a double influenced. So I could get the mod life on block, recover life on block on the shaper shield, and then I could get a redeemer shield, and I can go for increased effect of auras 10%, and then I can awakener orb that shit together and pray for an insane thing. And if I fail, I still have the base, and I can still craft with harvest and stuff. That's the idea. Side thing, I know, extra. People love the extra. Either way, I hope this helped you for the Uncharted realms, getting it unlocked, and why it's so powerful, and made it simple for you guys, made easy, because that's what I do. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support, and thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon and the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!